What's up everyone, Clayton here, and today we are back with another Skyrim build. This is build number 5 of our 7 builds in 7 days extravaganza. And let's hop right into the build here. So this build is called the Bounty Hunter. This might not be what you think of a Bounty Hunter, but this is kind of my take on the Bounty Hunter. Brief little rundown of what it is. For the race, it doesn't really matter. I picked Argonian just because I wanted to pick Argonian. The racial abilities don't really affect this. If you want more sneaking, pick a Wood Elf or something like that, but I picked Argonian. So how this build is kind of played, it's kind of like a mage, a sneaky guy, or a sneaky guy that uses magic to help him sneak better. We'll talk about it a little bit, but here are some of the skill lines, or skill trees you'll be using: illusion, alteration, one-handed, sneak, and speech. Illusion you'll be using to use muffle and invisibility. I don't use invisibility in this build because I think it's a little bit broken and I don't really like using it, but if you want to use invisibility, more power to you. You want to make sure you get the quiet casting perk in illusion. This way you can cast spells while sneaking and not get caught, which is pretty important. So for alteration, our next skill, you want to be able to get the ones that decrease the magicka cost for alteration spells, because you'll be using more alteration spells than any other. You'll be using Detect Life, as well as Paralyze and Flesh spells. The Detect Life to see people that come around corners, and kind of gives you a heads up who's in the building or where everyone is when you kind of sneak in past them. Paralyze, just for utility, to paralyze people you're not supposed to kill, paralyze people that are attacking you, and things like that. And Flesh spells, just a little bit more tanky, so you don't get one-shotted by a two-handed user. So for one-handed, you will be using the usual arms and perks that increase your damage, as well as the dual wield, because when you get caught, you'll be using a sword and a dagger combination to attack, so the increased dual wielding damage is important. And with sneak, you want to get all the perks in here as you can, because with sneaky guy, you want to be able to sneak really well, so that's important. But you also want to make sure, especially get the Assassin's Blade perk, which is 15 times damage for daggers, which is really good if you're backstabbing with daggers. And here for speech, you want to get some points in this if you're going to roleplay this build a little bit. The reason why I picked speech here is because you're a bounty hunter, and you want to be able to turn your bounties in for the best gold you can, so that's why I use that. So as you guys are seeing in the gameplay, you can kind of see how this build is played out. I used the dual-wielding dagger and sword, like I talked about earlier, to kind of slice up everyone who attacks me. And when I'm in sneak mode, I have a dagger in one hand and a spell in the other. The spells are just there to help you sneak around and be prepared to fight people if you have to. So we'll talk about some of the weapons here. I use a glass dagger and a glass sword. Any sword combination or dagger combination will work. I just wanted to use glass. And for spells, you kind of heard me before, but I'll run them down a little bit if you forgot. Paralyze, muffle, invisibility, things like that, as well as restoration spells to keep yourself alive, and alteration spells such as paralyze and detect life is really important. Detect life is really good. You see me using it a lot because I want to be able to see where everyone is, so I don't run into anyone I'm not expecting to be there. So for armor, I use studded armor. You can see there, and a novice hood. I just kind of like the look of it. It kind of makes him look like a rogue, and that's what or a rogue character. You know what I mean? So that's why I picked that, as well as for your perks, not your perks, but your health, magicka, and stamina. You want a mix of all three, but I'd prioritize health first, magicka second, and stamina third. And there's not really any shouts on this because there's not really a good one. You can use throw voice, but I don't really use it. And for standing stone, lover stone would be good since you'll be using magic spells and armor spells and all sorts of different spells, or ability or skills, so they can increase a lot faster. So I hope you guys enjoyed this build, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this build, and if you liked it, leave a like. That would really mean a lot. And if you guys haven't already seen these builds here, you can click them and check those out. Anyways, once again, thank you guys for watching, and this is Clayton signing off.